Oh my god. It's the last Morgan Monday for now.
Add.
It's sad. That's okay though. We'll have a good time with it. Good morning, everybody. We did wrap up the big case itself last week. I guess, like, no point talking around the spoilers, because if you're watching this point, I trust you are either caught up or don't care. I feel vindicated in very quickly grasping that it was, like, probably Rogers.
Oh, I didn't say this last week, but also, yet another case where when you finally get around to why the thing happened, you're like, I I don't necessarily feel good about putting this person away.
Yeah. I didn't like him for most of it. And I mean, admittedly, still ACAB, but...
Oh, yeah, well, at the same time, the only cabs that get any points for me are the ones who kill another cop.
Yeah. Like, ultimately, like, having such a, like... just trying to coast by between, like, a rock and a hard place and do just well enough to, like, do okay for himself and not have anything expected of him. So I kind of get it. Like, it would have been better if you could have done it in a way that wasn't being a cop, but under the circumstances...
Yeah.
In comparison, every sign pointing to Chopin being a real dipshit.
And bastard, man.
Yeah.
Another thing that, because it's been spaced out a bit, I haven't had as much observation to observe on. Like how a running theme throughout this episode is, Morgan and Emma and I believe, what's the older detective's name?
London?
And London all, like, having a moment to essentially say, I don't feel anything about this. And then you get to the mob assassin who is constantly going on about how, like, no, I know I do terrible things, and that's why it's extremely important for me to feel things about it, and also, like, make myself hold to some kind of code.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Anyway, we are picking up immediately after the trial, after, the total, like, exoneration of our client Sosuke, but it
Okay.
seems a little bit like nobody's feeling great.
I love it.
So, how did you plan on How do you plan on celebrating?
Celebrating.
I don't know. We won, in case you two somehow missed it. And won so definitively that the police and even the Blue Bloods can't hold a grudge.
Right. My apologies. I'm grateful to you, of course. It's just that I still haven't gotten an answer to the question that's been haunting me. Even more so than whether or not I had killed Chopin. Someone slaughtered Creek's entire pod. And they had my life in the palm of their hand, and
Framed you, Sosuke. I don't think they were doing you any favors.
yet they did. They let me live. Feels strange showing everything to someone so unknowable.
Well, you'll have plenty of time to think on it, spending the rest of your life hiding your head in the sand. Ignoring the vast riches that sit untapped in a savings account across the sea. Atane, he's made his stance quite clear.
I don't intend to hide, Morgan. The Blue Bloods can try whatever they like. They can find me standing right where I've always stood. Protecting my family.
Seems there's someone who'd like to speak with you about just that.
Oh, God, right. Okay, hold on. It's been a bit. Sosuke! Young master. Please forgive me, young master. I failed you. Repeatedly. I'll accept any punishment. Very well. 108 years of manual labor.
Oh. Yeah, that's about as merciful as I expected. At least you picked a good number.
100 and... Of course, young master. I'll need to spend that sentence serving as my head of security. So that I know you're actually doing it. And that means you won't be able to do other jobs anymore. Even ones that the elders ask you to do. Even delivering messages. It's a punishment handed down by by the heir to the noble house Sakaria, the heir to the noble house Sakaria, Sosuke. I, the heir. Who could possibly overrule it? As you say.
I do like when they do the creeping dread, like, tone on the soundtrack and build up to, like, a silly joke. Or at least a, like, completely unserious, undreadful moment.
I'll start right away if you don't mind. That is probably wise. Grandfather is outside in the motorcade, and he's had nothing but criticisms from the current formation. The chairman is here? He came here?
Probably just happened to be on his way to the airport.
He is, Councillor Morgan. Surprisingly astute of you. Though he is leaving quite early if he just wants to get to the airport. None of our private planes are even fueled.
It seems to be a universal truth that old people like to get to the airport early.
That sounds very wise, Sarah of House Paralegal. Who are you quoting? Then, if you'll excuse me for a moment, Counselor.
Yeah, feel free to take Sarah with you.
Pardon?
If you don't let her look at your tattoo now, I'll never hear the end of it.
Yes, well, that's... Right then, I'll find a corner in which to lift up my shirt.
Un instant.
Congratulations, Counselor. You succeeded on all fronts.
Thanks.
Not satisfied? Makoto seems to be in a good mood. If you ask him for a bonus now...
Shouldn't I just negotiate with my employer directly? You're the one who hired me, aren't you? At the very least, you're the one who put my name forward to Makoto. It's easy to see you looking back. You're the only one who's acted in Sosuke's interest this entire time. Who isn't a child.
And? What of it?
Why me?
Why does it matter?
Because I value my privacy. I want to know why a woman with your resources would put an ant like me under her magnifying glass.
Such cruel metaphors you employ. Someone who values their privacy that much should, in the future, avoid directly confronting the board of multinational corporations.
Noble's board of directors? You were...
Not among them, myself. But when one woman shifts the opinion of a room that stagnant, even by a millimeter, word gets around.
I didn't actually fully parse that for a moment. The corporation from last game. Or last episode.
Yeah. Ah, you really are a shy little girl. No putting the genie back in the bottle, but I won't recommend you to anyone else if it bothers you that much.
Thanks. Though you can be pretty shy yourself, letting Makoto take all the credit. Why the subterfuge?
I've already overextended myself in this matter. A woman from my side of the house intruding upon the IFG's business. I don't mind that I'll have to rip out fingernails in front of the elders as recompense, but I thought I might spare myself the additional pinky or so.
You're being literal, aren't you?
Disobedience always has a cost. Especially in old families. Especially for daughters. But not flinching as you pay the toll carries its own kind of power, don't you think? Maybe I'm just trying to dress up my cowardice as dignity. Disobedience used to come naturally to me. It's harder the older you get. Harder to believe your independence wasn't just immaturity. That's why I'm glad Makoto's such a good boy. I don't want him to feel any guilt later in life.
Yes, Makoto certainly takes his responsibilities seriously.
Can't imagine where he gets it from. I was such a hellraiser.
He must get it from his father.
I suppose...
It's an interesting mark below Sosuke's eye. Looks like a mole, but it seems to be hereditary. Does Makoto know Sosuke's his father? Does Sosuke?
I would be very disappointed in Sosuke's intelligence if he didn't.
That's why Sosuke left the family to join the military, wasn't it? Why he asked to become the Hound when he came back? Self-imposed exile for interfering in your arranged marriage.
Interfering? We were younger then, but we still knew what we were doing. We knew there was no stopping the marriage. If we didn't cover up the pregnancy, others would. Or just eliminate the problem themselves. Sosuke left before the bridal shower. A sudden enlistment, certainly, but I don't blame him for not wanting to be there on guard duty as I married another man.
If Makoto is Sosuke's son, though, that means he carries his blood. If he stands to inherit from both his father and mother, his worth?
I understand this is going to be hard for you to believe, coming from a woman like me. But Makoto's already worth enough. He has his health, he has his mother, and his father will always be close by. Every moment we've shared as a family is worth its weight in gold. And as you've now seen, when given the opportunity to choose between Makoto and the blue blood fortune, Sosuke chose the former.
All of you could have it all. Why don't you want it all?
We already have it. I see. You don't understand, do you? I hope you do, someday.
Let's get back to something I fully understand, then. Bargaining. One blood test from Makoto could split your precious house right down the middle. Your husband will be infuriated, assuming he has a pulse, and whatever connections you married him for will burn up in seconds. So unless you guarantee me that I'm free to turn down any job...
Don't make unnecessary threats, counselor. It makes you look weak. Take it from someone with experience. You're always free to leave the house. But if you find yourself slinking back, don't be too hard on yourself about it. It's just what the house does. Now, do you excuse me? Sosuke seems to have satisfied your companion's curiosity for the time being, and it's very rare for him to have any time to himself. You don't understand, do you? Counselor Morgan. I love themes. I love framing.
Which could mean nothing. Emma.
What's that look for?
So that's 2 wins for me now, isn't it?
After Rogers went nuts and perjured himself all over the place, you're calling that shitstorm a win?
It definitely wasn't a loss.
Ridiculous.
Thanks, by the way, for letting things play out as long as they did. I imagine you wanted to put the brakes on things a number of times back there. But now that it's all out, my client won't be getting knifed by cops or blue bloods. At least not for anything he didn't do.
You think I was happy to let the Hound of Icaria walk out of my courtroom?
Your courtroom? I'll have to have a word with the adjutant.
Please don't. But yes, I had my doubts. The OC unit has been getting a number of odd reports in the last 24 hours, truth be told.
What do you mean?
Bursts of anonymous tips about figures in red being spotted around Creek's place before and after the killings.
Figures in red?
That's right. The rust.
Oh, right, the rust.
I don't like the timing, but it's not as if OC could ignore the idea altogether. Someone killed those four, and it wasn't Sosuke or Rogers.
If you don't like the rust for it, where's your head at?
Whoever killed Creek's paw did it with such unhinged brutality. Yet it was executed with precision so cold-blooded that they managed to virtually erase their presence from the scene afterwards.
Yeah?
Inks and Creek were both shot from fairly close range and near enough to their solar plexuses.
I suppose.
Bashing Trey's skull in was overkill, yes, but it was the safest way to erase anything his mods may have recorded. And even if it was an afterthought, that overcorrection is in line with the perfectionism interrupted by... Forget it. I'm seeing things that aren't there. A sign of obsession.
Obsession?
I'm jealous. You seem like you never let anything get to you. It's unpleasant, you know? Feeling like you're possessed by something. Or someone. Well, if it was easy to wrest control back, it wouldn't be an obsession. Just puppy love. Oh, that's me. Gotta take this call. See you around, Morgan.
Yeah, see you around.
Just don't go telling anyone that was a win, or I'll have you arrested for spreading misinformation.
Well, we can't have that.
Arrested for libel. Okay, Morgan, I've fulfilled my obligation to Sarah now, so...
So now you can buy me a goddamn drink.
Pardon?
You can start your 108-year sentence tomorrow. I've got some paperwork we need to go through before then, and I don't want to do it sober.
Oh, you're serious?
Of course I am. Everyone knows it's tradition for a client to buy their lawyer a drink after beating charges like this. And in this city, they take them to this one special bar, Kintsugi.
I've never heard of that tradition. Or that bar.
Yes, well, you've lived a very sheltered life under the roof of House Ikaria, but I forgive your ignorance. Time for you to put that fat wallet you've been accruing that whole time to good use.
I suppose I do owe you a great deal. Very well, but first I must inform Lady Mirie and the young master.
Go right ahead. Be my guest. What was that, Adonai? Did you want to get a look at Sasuke's tattoo as well? I'll take a rain check. Sasuke seems much more animated this afternoon, don't you think? Did you say something to him? No. No, I didn't do anything. I see. Then perhaps his injuries were just taxing him more than we realized. That must be it. It had been threatening to rain all day. Gray skies spanning a slate blue world. It was cold and all the heaters were humming in their rush to overcorrect for it. At 3 o'clock, raindrops started hitting the windowsills. Not a problem. She had her umbrella. At 3:15, the adults started leaning back in their chairs. Watches and phones were being checked. They were preparing to leave. 3:24, another topic is brought up. The gathering resigns themselves to a continuation. It's 3:45 by the time the girl is able to excuse herself. She has 15 minutes to get back to school. Hardly impossible on foot if she hurried, but she could have asked to be driven there. For some reason, the thought never crossed her mind. She hesitates at the door. She left her umbrella behind, back upstairs. It's not like her to be so absent-minded. The smart thing to do would be go back up and get it. It's 3:49. 3:51 she is jogging, a non-committal yet still undignified rush. When she sees the time on her phone roll over to 3:52, she starts to run. She hates running. A small part of her considers sending a text. She'd never been the one to text first. Come to think of it, she'd never been the one to text second. She only had one number in her phone's contacts, after all. At 3:56, the school gates are in sight. Her eyes had been straining to see them. She wasn't looking down. Her knee stung in a shallow, sharp way. The palms of her hands were embedded with specks of gravel where she caught herself.
Mood.
That's always the worst. Rain-diluted blood ran faintly down her leg as she dripped water onto the mundanely tiled floors of the hallway. At 3:59, she pauses to at least catch her breath before sliding the door open. If her heart hadn't been beating so loudly in her ears, she would have easily heard the voices behind it. Uh-oh. Where do you even come up with this stuff? Hey, I can't promise it's going to be that exciting every week around here, but...
Ev, what are you? I thought you had a family thing. Oh shit, are you okay? What happened? You're soaked and...
I thought, who are all... We're the Mystery Club. Name pending, I hope. I was told the name could change.
You were right, Ev. I just went around to people on campus and tried being friendly, being myself, and... people started signing up. Forget that. Your knee.
It's fine.
You must be freezing. Let me give you my coat. Screw it. I'll just carry you to the nurse myself.
Stop. Ma'am, this girl just showed up and she's bleeding. What? Bleeding? Everyone stand back. Where is she? Who? What's her name? I don't know. I don't think I've seen her before. You, girl, come with me. I'm taking you to the infirmary.
Ma'am, she's cold.
That's very nice of you, but it's not sanitary to share uniforms. Stay here and wait for the floors to be cleaned.
Ev,
Don't worry about it. I can walk on my own. Just a little more insight.
The pain of being a BPD girly.
Real.
And with a little sprinkle of salt just along the edge. There you have it. Oh, that looks wonderful. Thank you. Of course. Let me know if you need anything else. I must admit, Morgan, this is quite a fine establishment. So exclusive. The whole staff here on hand just to attend to just the two of us. I can't imagine what the waiting list must be like.
Right. Lucky for you, you've got a man working on the inside. I can assure you a table at any time, Sasuke. You or any of your housemates ever need a quiet spot to lay low from the judging eyes of high society? Now you know where to send them.
I might just do that. These prices, so reasonable. Shit, knew I should have gone with the digital menus.
Hey, Sosuke. That name they have for you, the Hound. That a title you were given, or just part of the mantle you chose to take up?
No, I was called that long before I started delivering messages. Long before I got my tattoo. Truth be told, I'm not sure where it came from or when people started using it. Childhood nickname, I suppose. Oh, yeah, Mirie definitely called you her hound.
Earned by following Mirie around like a puppy?
I never, Who told you Mirie was the heir when we were...
It's a miracle you didn't break under torture, you know that? The Hound of Icaria. So everyone called you a dog when you were a kid?
Jokingly. Lovingly.
Mireille's right. I don't know anything about...
Don't know anything about levels of violence.
One of the many things I've long since acknowledged that I'm missing. But obsession, addiction, those are easy enough to grasp. I've rolled the dice plenty of times by now. There are no demons haunting me, no other drivers in the car. Just me, sitting in the dark with a hole in my chest. When it's hungry, I feed it. But it'll never be full. Because the hole was there first. And it built a girl around itself so it would have a place to hide. How can you tell? That they called you that lovingly?
I suppose you never know. You just trust. And if you do trust, then that's your answer. And besides, what's insulting about being compared to a dog? Everyone loves dogs. Probably even you.
For your information, I like dogs just fine, Sosuke. But I could never live as one.
Couldn't be me.
Everyone's already colored in this world. Tagged, labeled, classified, and put in a box.
Morgan, please.
But even so, I refuse to sit at the end of someone's leash. Better to remain astray.
Morgan.
Morgan, I could change your mind. Give me one night. Straight into the credits.
We all know Morgan wants to be the one holding the leash.
That's true.
Anyway, Sosuke and Mirie are the only valid type of het relationship.
That's true.
Sadie Virtuous Form. That's thumb butt.
Oh, you know. Baby O.
Man monk.
In Circle Test Studio. His due. Finn.
Jesus Christ. Sosuke, button up your shirt.
Holy shit. I can't quite tell if Morgan's meant to look unimpressed or, like, actually, like, mildly grossed out. That's a butch woman. And we did it on High Roller.
A bonus charm.
Oh yeah, I didn't have means to open my phone.
He'd never said anything before, so no one really took him. Go ahead.
I wasn't looking out for anything in particular. The rest give me and the others food and stuff for telling them where the blues go and who they talk to. My shoes have been feeling too small, and the blue guys in that building have been really busy lately. I thought if I hung around there I might see something the rest would give me new shoes for. But I never saw anything worth anything.
Oh, you gave up?
No. I got scared.
What scared you?
You won't believe me. No one believes me. Everyone says I'm a liar.
Everyone says I'm a liar, too.
Are you?
I can't remember. You see, somebody took something that belonged to me. I don't feel right without it. But I think you could help me find it.
What'd you lose?
My face.
Oh, I saw the Red Hood. Except she was a lady, not a girl, and she didn't have her hood up. I didn't get a good look at her face, but she was all red.
Red hair?
What's this?
Gold.
Thanks. But are you sure I wasn't any help?
You've been a huge help. Now I know to look for red hair. I've tracked more elusive prey with less.
Uh-oh.
I literally spent the whole episode obsessing over, oh god, when is the shoe gonna drop with the turbo assassin whose match she stole?
Yeah. And
I developed theories around oh, they're good at disguising who in this case is actually secretly them.
giving them
You
such
wouldn't
an
believe how much I was. Oh, sorry, no, I should let you finish.
just giving them such an ominous vibe in this segment too.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe exactly how terrified I was when Reyes showed up drunk and acting weird. I was just like, Morgan, don't open that fucking door.
Oh my god. To be continued in episode 3, quoting scripture.
That's not the only stinger.
7 articles, 22 profiles, 34 key terms, 28 pieces of evidence, 305 total credit.
Oh.
That's our high roller reward, and I completely forgot the funny story that I had. I equipped it because I was checking on episode 0 because of the interviews that unlock based on percentage. I didn't have, like, any of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, how bad did I do? How bad could I possibly have done? So I wanted to, like, replay it. And then I looked at the VODs and realized I did get enough score. I just didn't actually, like, save the game after going through it. So I just had to open my last save from episode 0 and wrap it up over again and just let it go through the credits and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But we got cute Sarah.
Yeah.
Congratulations! You finished episode 2 with 305 credit. That's our high score. We've unlocked concept art and bonus scenarios. 407 remaining store credit to spend on charms and case colors.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's not that it's a stinger. I think it's like one of the bonus scenarios. So actually, that's perfect. We can wrap on the second thing I thought was a stinger.
I wonder how many of the, because we're only
definitely.
We're only an hour into stream, and I was expecting it would wrap up early, but that's a very early. So I mean, we could just go through
Yeah, that's what I was figuring. But at the same time, it did take nearly an hour to get through the remainder of the episode, so I do think this was the right call.
Oh, some surveys and recovered session. Next page. Oh, okay. Well, we'll go ahead and go through the stuff for episode 2. Because it's mostly interviews with other characters from the ones from episode 0 and 1.
Yeah.
Survey household. Interviews, Icaria.vid. Why are you rubbing alcohol, specifically?
I don't know why I thought it was me. Nostalgia.
Too many orange and yellow characters in this episode.
Reminds me of days spent bandaging scratched knees and blistered knuckles.
You did that for Makoto?
No. Some other boy who was always overexerting himself. I like the smell of blood for the same reason. Oh.
Oh.
An antiseptic and scalpels. That boy was always so hardy. He made for the perfect test subject. Like I said, the only valid het couple.
She's been, like, surprisingly un-ominous the whole actual episode. For, like, how upfront kind of ominous her vibe is. This is the most fucked up her actual energy has reached. Test subject.
I still think about finishing my medical degree sometimes. But I feel like my hobby would lose some of its therapeutic value if I did.
What hobby is that?
Poison making. What's with that reaction?
You made it sound very intimidating just now.
Oh, I was trying to make it sound exciting. I tell people I'm interested in herbal remedies. They all think I'm a dreadful bore. Or worse, that I'm going to try to sell them candles. Well said. Very well said indeed. You have a much finer appreciation for these things than your so-called superior, you know. I make countless immaculately thought-out references to Hegel and Ozymandias. And that red woman stares at me as if I'm quoting comic books at her.
Comic books can be good too.
Comics are for children. Are you a child?
Well, what about graphic novels?
What is a graphic novel?
One Piece, for example.
Oh, One Piece. Who's your favorite?
Why list King Arthur alongside those other historical figures?
Arthur was based on multiple historical figures, I'll have you know. Arthur was based... even if his exploits are not factual.
Saber is based.
It still stands that he united a divided people and defended his homeland from barbarism.
He also met fairies and wizards and fought dragons.
I know. Impressive, wouldn't you say?
Very much so.
The Once and Future King was one of the first books I read all on my own.
That's quite impressive.
The vocabulary was, I'll admit, difficult at times. But I was reading a version with handwritten annotations, so I managed just fine.
There was writing in the margins, like a hand-me-down.
Hand-me-downs are for peasants who can't afford anything better.
Was it given to you by an older family member?
Yes. But it was not handed down to me, you see.
Oh.
And I went on to annotate it further myself, so that I may someday pass it on to some other reader. So tell me, does that sound like a hand-me-down to you? You can just say heirloom. I forget if I took Dice Gate or not.
I think so.
God, I've got to learn to balance myself.
Admittedly, I think it's partially just because, like, since I'm doing Morgan and Sarah, I'm almost always doing two voices a scene, and especially if we come off of
That's true.
like a London or Reyes scene, then it makes sense that your impulse would be like.
Yeah. Especially then.
But I definitely think, like, in the end, you did end up with a, like, greater number of the characters.
You got until I finish smoking this. Or I get bored.
Very well.
I get bored fast.
Oh, well, if our time is limited, perhaps we should focus on a topic of singular importance, such as athletics.
And just like that, I knew he was gassed, lowered my frame, and flipped him out of the ring in one motion. An overwhelming trampling victory. Best kind there is.
I can imagine.
No? You done any wrestling? Any MMA yourself, little copper?
Not physically, no. It's difficult to find partners who are a good match for my build.
Sounds like an excuse. You sure you're not just scared?
Confrontations can be intimidating, but sports are not arguments. They are a pure expression of noble competitive spirit.
Huh?
That is to say, I would never back down from a challenge.
Oh, well said, well said. I know exactly what you mean. When you lock eyes, there's nothing else that needs to be said.
I agree.
What will it be? Arm wrestling, sumo, chess boxing?
Why not all three?
Good, very good, you little...
Sir.
What is it? Can't you see him in the middle of... Well, what is it?
The VTOL needs to leave now if we're to be on time, sir.
Here's a quote then for your little survey, Copper. Success can be a prison. But even in a cell, a man who's mastered himself remains a lord.
I'm not sure I understand that one.
The hell? Makoton said it made perfect sense. And then you engage.
I see. So you need me to stand here and film you two because... Why? Because Sosuke is teaching me how to do a 1-inch punch, and I need it recorded from a distance in order to practice it later. Why?
Because she asked me very politely, Morgan. What more do you want?
No, why do you need to know this, Sarah?
Incredible sentence.
Adonai, surely you can intuit the advantages of a 1-inch punch. Because there's no windup, you can execute it without telegraphing your move to your opponent, and deliver maximum force to a critical weak point even in the tightest of close-quarters combat. Not to mention, if the opponent has triggered any loser flags, your damage will double for each of them.
What Sarah means is that an opponent who's overconfident is likely to leave themselves open at a vital moment, Morgan. And that's not incorrect.
Right. Well, I don't know anything about close-quarters combat or loser flags, but I do understand basic physics. Adonai. And so I can state this much with complete and utter certainty.
Hey.
When performed by the same person,
Hey.
all else being equal,
Stop.
a 1-inch punch will never be more effective than just throwing a normal one. That can't be true.
You. Why would you...
Am I wrong?
Didn't have to say it like that. There was no need for you to say it like that.
How am I the bad guy here?
The fact that you can even say that is...
Oh, It's not like any rules about human martial arts apply to Android in the first place, right? That is true.
You can tell because I said it in red.
See? Perfect Ukemi. Really silly. Survey workplace. Oh, the Blue Bloods. I forgot for a minute that we've met 2 Blue Bloods that survived the events of the game.
Throwing out flowers, it always depresses me, actually putting them in the bin. They end up just withering around my place. I might have some kind of record for number of flowers killed at this point.
Why do you buy so many flowers?
I don't buy them. I get sent them. And chocolates and wine and lockets of hair. Sometimes all mixed together. How do those people even know where to... Mama? What? You give anybody my address? The hell kind of question is that? How do they get my address then? Maybe you stop putting your personal contacts on your business cards. It wouldn't be so easy to find. Oh, so now if a woman's friendly, she deserves to get stalked? Not very forward of you, Mama. Forward? You think I don't know about forward? You brats don't know shit about political correctness. When I was your age, we just... She's gonna go on for a while, being to say battery or data or whatever.
So this is where you previously worked.
You don't even want to know how long my DNI is. Yeah, I was what they called a #1 gal.
And that involved people buying you lots of drinks?
Selling dreams.
And that sounds like a very nice way to make a living.
Nah, it's pretty mean. What are you doing here anyway? Gloating? You're not gonna come back, don't lounge around. Your old fans look at the wrong idea. Come on, Mama, I'm just sitting here. And a crowd's already gathering. My bad.
Would you ever consider making a return?
Nah. I didn't hate it. Didn't feel ashamed of it or the people I met doing it. Even if some of them are nagging grumps. Keep it up and I'm handing you a mop. But I want to be moving up, you know? Always up. And the only places up from here are those cloud palaces where the courtesans lounge on golden couches and get fed grapes or whatever. Big gap from here to up there, and there's no footholds. Either you make it all the way or you fall. Need a little more security in my income than that. Us working in security, I get paid to punch the teeth out of handsy assholes. Not even the most powerful courtesan in the city gets to enjoy that feeling.
Without getting into more detail than you'd be comfortable with, how high is Mrs. Kim in the organization's leadership?
Pretty high.
But she also works here as a...
Manager.
So does she need to?
We're not as rich as the Ikaria or insane as the rest. We gotta work if we want to eat, leadership included.
I see. But even so, this workplace seems very high energy for someone of her...
Age? I think she's comfortable here. She married into the Blue Bloods, you know? The pictures of her I've seen, the vibe I get. I think she was kind of a trophy wife.
Oh.
Her husband's whole family dying, leaving her in charge. She got burned on that deal. But she handled it, obviously. And I can't name any other old guard I could tolerate hosting under. The hell you whispering over there? Not whispering anything, Mama. Hearing's just gone to shit. He's my brother-in-law's illegitimate son. Had his mistress give birth at the manor. Guess he was afraid if she went to the hospital, the paparazzi might notice. Of course, as it turned out, that was the least of our worries that night.
I could pass a message to him, if you'd like.
What would I even say? We're already dangling literally all the money we can in front of him. He's not taking the bait.
I didn't mean another offer. I thought you might want to pass on a more personal sentiment.
Fat chance. We don't share any blood. We'd never met. If the fox asked him to kill me, he wouldn't blink.
I think that Sasuke would blink.
Give it up. Sosuke and I aren't family, little girl. But if he wanted to be family... forget this shit. I got a job to get back to. I look away for 5 seconds, all the talent around here devolves back into high school drama addicts. He took my locker. He stole my deodorant.
No one can deny your work ethic, Mrs. Kim.
Thanks. I know. But you still gotta pay for a full hour's worth of that booth.
Would I be upset if I put it under her name? Probably. Recovered session. Very
Probably, but
mysterious.
who's to stop you?
Oh. Ankerton Private Campaign Backup Session 13. Begin playback. Alright, it's recording.
Right, they were... Okay, God, I gotta remember whose colors is who.
Oh, I don't completely remember.
Okay, that was Tanks. Green...
See if my profile's... Oh. Okay.
Oh.
I guess
No one
I'm
exists.
technically not in an episode right now.
I think that's one of the two I voiced.
Yeah, I think
So
both
for
of...
now, for now, I'll just dangle it with Tanks. Do you have to record this in a flat reading, and then I can... And then, as it makes itself clearer, I can actually customize the voices.
Mm-hmm. I think...
Okay, so that's not Creek who said that. So then it's Tanks. Do you have to record this?
Yeah, Miller is blue, and then if Trey shows up in this, I think he's more of a lime green, and I was doing him. And Creek is a bluer blue. If I don't record it, Creek will ask me for notes when he doesn't remember any of it next week.
Guilty as charged. You have to video record it?
It's fine, Miller. Also, I don't know how to do it, so it's just audio.
What's up, Trey? Eyes bothering you again?
Huh? Are they flickering?
Nah, but you're staring a hole in the wall.
Oh, I was just thinking, like... Are we cyberpunk?
I think we qualify, yeah. But we can get you some felonies if you're feeling...
No, I mean, like, culturally. Is this cyberpunk?
What do you mean? Just dice and paper. Easy entertainment that can't be bugged or tracked. Perfect way to fight Big Brother, don't you think?
Yeah, but we could do cards or something, too.
Wait. No, wait, I think Tanks is that green.
Tanks is the pink.
Or... Oh, you're right. Oh, confusing. You think playing Go Fish is cyberpunk?
Well, no, but like a tabletop RPG? That's what you're on about? I'll be real, you sound dumb as shit right now, man. Huh? There's literally nothing more cyberpunk than a tabletop RPG.
This entire exchange, this scene, just to me, this is oh my god, what's the name of it? Fucking something high. I know the name. The large punks cool anime with a really good dub. Cromartie High. This is just Cromartie High to me.
Oh. I don't know if I know that one.
There's literally nothing more cyberpunk than a tabletop RPG. Got a good point. You learn your history, Trey.
Now pay attention. As you approach the town's walls, swords clanging against shields ring out. Voices rise and arrows are loosed. You stumbled upon the closing acts of a fierce battle, and it's clear the players intend to let it play out to its natural conclusion. Up on the parapets, a stern, horned woman, her long, proud hair slicked with the same blood that drips down her brow, spots you. Her eyes go wide. She doesn't seem pleased to see you. She thinks we're like enemy reinforcements?
Kinda are. We got a charter from the Dukedom to protect its people, and the Horn guys are all foreigners. Can we ignore that? If I break an oath, my build is screwed. Oh.
I have a telekinesis, right?
You gonna toss her off the wall?
What? No, talk to her. What's the spell? You have a telepathy talent, if that's what you're asking. Right, okay, I use telepathy. Roll the dice. I got a 14. Okay. Skimming the surface of her mind, you see visions of allies cut down and civilians fired upon. Her skull is teeming with rage and despair at this brazen defilement of the rules of war.
Oh, shit. This is a Hornling village, and she's under attack. Up luck, you got an oath. Yeah, but if I know the plight of the innocent, my build is screwed. Paladins have it rough. Well, can we get inside?
The woman is injured, but not beaten. Within a few paces of her lies the lever that opens the gate. She eyes you and readjusts her grip on her club. She is seriously considering destroying the device to prevent you from entering.
Didn't she hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I use persuasion. We're cool, lady. 19. Every time.
How do I even... Taken aback by your earnest appeal, she spots a glimmer of hope in your arrival, and betting on that hope, she throws open the gates for you.
Hey, do you have different dice than the rest of us? What did we come here for again?
Rumors of a powerful necromantic tome in the area drew you towards the supposed final resting place of Elsbeth, the Never-Dying.
Okay, persuasion. I asked the lady where Elsbeth's tomb is. 20.
That's not even... Well, she is at first taken aback by your abrupt change of topic. Your, clever wording subtly hints at the idea that Elsbeth's crypt might have a weapon powerful enough to drive off her village's raiders for good. The elders used to frighten us with tales of Elsbeth's might to get us to behave. I remember my nan would tell us that she'd rise up from under the town church if we didn't do our chores.
Okay, so the dungeon's in the church?
But of course, the church is locked down and full of our women and children, along with the sick and elderly. We'd never risk their safety by opening the church doors while this battle yet rages.
Well, yeah, but I can just pick the lock, right? Come on, you always do this. Do what?
You always luck your way out of the battles, and then we get to get beat up for 15 turns.
I come back to revive you, don't I? I don't think you even lost HP yet. I'm playing smart, avoiding conflict.
Avoiding all the scenarios I set up, too.
Alright, I'll, throw a knife at one of the raiders. 19. Seriously?
The knife, hits him, right in his eye, and he dies instantly. Dropping the keg of burn gel, he was rushing towards the nearest fortification. Oh wait, that's my guy right near... He dropped a bomb?
I have 3 charges of valorous interception. I can shield you.
So the Hornlings in this village are legal citizens? I thought they were all foreign to this... land?
Village is lorded over by vampires, though, remember? So you wouldn't want to live here. It's like a shit town or a ghetto for immigrants or whatever. How's that work? Why is the Duke cool with vampires?
It's all legal. The Hornlings just pay blood taxes instead of gold for their lord's protection.
So they got vampires here, too. We go in the castle and kill the vampire lords?
I mean, you can do whatever, but the vampire clan is the legal protectorate in the area, so you'd be committing a crime. Is your build screwed if you commit a crime, Miller?
I think if it's, like, the right thing to do, it doesn't break any oaths.
So, is killing the vampire lords the right thing to do?
Kinda subjective. Oof, not what you want to hear from your good guy. Oh, I'm not a good guy. I'm only playing as one.
So, Tanks, if we charge into the castle, it's probably filled with traps and guards and shit, right? I'm not gonna tell you.
Come on.
Look, it's a castle. There'll be defenses and shit, yeah.
I'm game. Hornlings seem cool. Let's go kill some landlords. After the fight we just went through? We just rested. Yeah, but you just did like 5 nat 20s in one encounter. I think you might be burning through all your luck. I'm happy to burn through all my luck if it means getting to kill some bloodsuckers with you boys.
Thanks, Krieg. But also, you are literally out of change of fortune charges.
We just rested. It was a short...
It was a short rest, though.
Damn. Reality's cruel.
File corrupted. Jeez.
They were literally playing a tabletop game when we killed them!
Bummer. It is nice for them to get a little bit of more development, I guess would be the word. Well, I guess also literally, I wasn't going for that, like, I guess a little more spotlight and development, though. Deleted call and received call. Police state static, personal, mobile, cap audio. Sighting, witness statement, anonymous report, emergency call from a burner. What is all this? Why are all these tips getting reported all of a sudden after the trial's over? It smells, right? What do you mean? All this new info coming in surrounding Creek's pod, and all of it pointing towards the rust for some reason. You don't buy it? Of course I don't buy it. So you think the Ikaria are trying to point fingers at the rust after Sosuke's been proven innocent? Well, no, that doesn't make much sense. But someone's trying to pull something. If the Blue Bloods are the victims and you eliminate the Icaria, that just leaves the rest. But why would they want to misdirect attention onto themselves? I don't know, I guess it can't be them doing it. But gang wars have winners and losers, right? Someone stands to benefit from pitting the Reds versus the Blues. True. But finding that someone is a task that even OC would struggle with. And we've got our own hands full. With what? Sorting through all the false confessions and love letters addressed to Heartbreak? Prep for the convention. Chief wants everything to shine. Ugh. Grin and bear it. Any hair out of place in the private sector will... Phone call? Yeah, it's a family thing. Would you excuse me? No, it's fine. I need some air anyway. Hello?
I don't know who, but... Well, hey, wasn't sure you'd pick up.
Why wouldn't I pick up for my adorable nephew?
What is this? Am I on speaker? We gotta stick to code names?
No, I'm just going to have to delete all of this later. Thanks for that. Why would you call me on this line?
It's the only number I have. You haven't exactly kept in touch.
I don't...
Relax, man. It's just a joke. Remember those? You used to be good at them.
Yeah, I remember. I never took anything seriously.
Only way to live.
I hope you don't mean that.
Well, your teaching moment coming on? It's like riding a bike for you.
Why call me now?
Take a guess.
Oh, you can't. You're serious? You're the one trying to take credit for Creek's pod?
Waste not, want not. No one else seems interested in it.
Hey, nephew.
Yes, sir?
What the... What are you thinking?
What the love are you even thinking?
The Blue Bloods will drown you. You think you have numbers? Well, they have unity.
A lot less unity than they did a week ago. Creek was a flickering light bulb of low-quality hope for the young bloods. I extinguished that, and the old guard haven't even tried to retaliate. If I were a young blood, I'd start feeling pretty damn disposable right about now.
You want to start a civil war, that's on your head, but taking credit for kills you didn't earn sounds like a pretty dumb way to spark it.
Make it if you ever want to make it. Don't worry, the young bloods will start seeing some very real casualties soon enough.
Don't do this. This is... Do you even have permission from...
Now that's low. You of all people threatening to tell Mom? Because I'm taking initiative? Because I'm stirring a pot that's stone cold? You want to act your age, urge caution, pray 3 times a day to the status quo, go right ahead. I'm gonna move. I'm sorry. I didn't call to argue. This is a courtesy call. I might appreciate a warning about all the smoke that'll get blown up your ass over the next few weeks.
Thanks. But I'm not so old I can't recognize bullshit when I smell it.
Good. Glad to hear you're still sharp.
Besides, I'm not in OC anyway.
You went back to arson? You're not still in homicide, are you? I thought it was like a sabbatical.
No.
That sucks, because I've met all the guys who are in OC, and I don't like any of them.
Sounds like they're doing their jobs then.
Sure.
Hey, listen. I didn't mean to drop contact.
Don't worry about it. You picked up when I called. That's all anyone can ever do, right?
Bare minimum.
Ah, well, not like I can invite you over for dinner.
I guess not. Don't do anything that'll get you killed.
Em, you're full of good advice today. Got the fortune cookies afraid for their job security.
I mean it. Don't do anything that'll get you killed.
There it is, the double emphasis. What do you used to say? Redundancy, redundancy? Right, I remember. Believe it or not, I took every lesson to heart.
File deleted. And then received call. Ooh. Judicial Handheld Personal Mobile, Rockford. Begin playback.
Hey. No, I'm glad you called. I could use some decompression. Well, I just had a loss, but don't tell anyone I called it that.
Don't tell the papers I'm owned.
Thanks. It'd be the death of me if it ever got out. Yeah, no, I read the story. Well, what I could. Had hard to read anything in between the editorializing. This track.
Mm-hmm.
Right, if it gets you the resources, who cares? I don't know at this point. If I can be conspiratorial for a second, I'm not sure they want Heartbreak caught. That's going a bit far. It's more like, so long as Heartbreak's out here, they want to take advantage of the moment. People are scared because of Heartbreak. The state thrives on fear. Some of the radicals are getting bold. The state will relish a chance to draw them out. Maybe after the election. No, that's okay. I've thought about it myself, I just don't want to go that path if I don't have to, you know? Still got my pride. Really? Wow, you're taking it pretty seriously then. Reflects their priorities, of course. Data's their lifeblood. No, I mean, that's great. How long will you be in town? Yeah, I'm excited to finally meet in person. We should get dinner. Yeah, definitely. Sorry if you were hoping for that kind of excitement, but no. There's no jealous ex in the picture for you to worry about. I think you'll be fine.
Post about Kim Kitsuragi's normal boyfriend, Steve. I don't think I've seen any such post, but...
Oh, it's so interesting to have to have a call from the next victim. I don't have a jealous ex after we could not be rubbing it in any harder that Morgan is obsessed with Emma.
And that, like, the like... Emma verging on bringing up Heartbreak to Morgan again and then being like... Well, it's... That's what makes it obsession. It's not like it's just puppy love.
And then... And the backstory that heavily implies that Morgan's whole career as a defense attorney is because she had a crazy BPD episode with the person who wanted to be a defense attorney she was crushing on.
Yeah.
And so she just modeled her entire being after them. I wonder if she killed them first.
Oh, that would be fucked, but maybe. Yeah, even getting through the rest of the interviews, it's definitely not going to, like, pad us out all the way to runtime, but...
Yeah, but a shorter one ain't bad. Oh, this is actually perfect because these are all you, so I can like really quickly go to make myself some eggs.
That's a great plan.
Be back shortly.
Okay. Reyes. Okay, you can start now that my desktop's censored. Whoops, I've clicked out of my game. So, for the record, your full name is Farah Reyes. And how is that pronounced? Like how I just said it? Farah Reyes. Thank you. Your birthday is October 19th. And how do you take your coffee? She makes you fetch the coffee? Figures. Wait, let me guess. Counselor Morgan takes her coffee black. No, decaf. Like a real psychopath. Decaf, yes. Sometimes with milk. Nice, that's even worse. And you, detective? With 2 sugars and a bottle of water now that I've got this. You mean your eye? When did you have it modded? After I learned I was getting promoted to detective, and before I realized I was getting promoted to homicide. Do you regret it? No. I would have wanted it for work eventually, if it takes me a while longer to pay off than I expected. Well, I'm hardly the only person my age walking around with their debts socketed onto them. I see. What are your likes? My likes? Pretty broad asks, don't you think? In that case, perhaps you'd find it easier to describe your dislikes. Small plates. Oh. I hate that dinner by 1,000 cuts shit. I see. And I dislike cheap people, and liars, and lawyers. Lawyers. They're smug, prideful, they bill by the minute, greed personified. Like their time is so goddamn important. And they're annoying and pale. And smug. Should I put down smug twice? I'm realizing I do these two just similar enough that I'm trying to figure out how to, like, make sure I'm distinctifying them. So what do you like, detective? Do you have hobbies? Areas of interest? Well... I hate lawyers with red hair and gorgeous eyes, who always talk to me like they want to put me on a leash and pull me around and call me a bad girl. Hey, strike that one for the record. Automotive history, maybe? Oh, could you say more about that? I guess I could talk about it a little bit. The following section has been altered from its original format. It has been edited for time. Ackwood, which was supposed to be a luxury version of a pickup truck, as if there's a market for that. It's so stupid. I love it. And it's to chrome, a purplish, bluish, chromish color. The copyright was so intense that just mixing the paint was illegal for naturally aspirated. Can you imagine? I see. Do you own a car yourself? You're joking, right? I'd rather eat asphalt than buy an EV with my hard-earned money. The following section has also been altered. It has been edited for time. Strong language. 4 rotors and a computer chip. That's not engineering, that's barely even programming, and... as if acceleration was all that mattered. Any race longer than 2 seconds and... simulated engine noises, and... what is... what is meant to be censored here? Who in their right mind I believe that fills out your dislike section. So, what is your favorite drink? Dark and Stormy's pretty good. How do you make that? A ginger beer, rum, and a lot of lime juice. You putting together a recipe book or something? Who is your hero? Well, that one's easy. Detective Kasim London, of course. Oh. Should I relay your sentiments to him? I'm sure he'd love to hear them. Somehow I doubt that you'd get the tone right. Very well. In that case. What are your 3 sizes? It is surprisingly, what's the word? Rhea seems like she tries so hard to be kind of, like, dismissive. Kind of like... for lack of a better word... Not that this one is untouchable, yeah. I was gonna say tsundere. Not for, like, inaccuracy, but for not being accurate to what I'm trying to say. So it's surprising to have her just come out and say it, like... Not try to couch it in any, like... language, just straight up like, yeah, he's my hero. My what? The measurements for your bust, waist, and... I am not telling you that. Where the hell are you getting these questions from? I designed my interview process to extract all the same kinds of facts that are most commonly listed online. On what websites? Open source, collaborative, community-focused databases. You mean like a wiki? Would you prefer to skip this question? Tell you what. If you can find a single person who does answer that question, I'll give you mine down to the millimeter. Playback complete. Carlos. The thing about also going back to review my old, my like, episode 0 VOD is kind of reviewing what voices I was trying to do for everyone. Well, for Morgan, Reyes, and London, and Carlos. And I don't, like, for one, the ones that I did pay any attention to are obviously different now. And for 2, I forgot about this interview, and I didn't consider trying to remember at all what I did for Carlos, so I'll have to work with something new. But I think I'm more in practice by now. I feel like I do still have a good memory of his, like, vibes. So this is like an offboarding thing? An exit interview? Yes, it is like that. Oh. Well, that's sweet of Morgan still worrying about me. How'd she know I'd be here? She didn't. Why are you here? Oh. Hoping to get back some of my shit. Some of my stuff that the police collected as evidence. Don't tell Morgan that, by the way. Is there something embarrassing among what they seized? No, it's just I'm guessing as my lawyer. Is she still my lawyer? Well, as a lawyer, she'd probably know the exact right forum to get this stuff back, but... it's okay. I wanted to do this myself. Why is that? Conquering my fears, maybe. The last time I came here, I was dragged in. Strong-armed. Everything was going so fast, I barely spoke. I didn't stand up for myself. If I had been able to stop and think things through clearly... well... I could never have done what Morgan did, but maybe I wouldn't have gotten myself dug so deep. It must have been very upsetting, being accused of something so terrible. I'm sure you reacted just as well as anyone could be expected to. Thanks, I think. My arm? No, it's not back yet. At this point, I might be better off getting an upgrade rather than waiting for my current model to get fixed. Is that allowed? Yeah, it is. Can't downgrade, can't trade in, can't opt out. But Hindi will let me upgrade anytime. Do you ever regret it? Getting modded? Sometimes. But I have a lot of regrets. Compared to some of them, buyer's remorse is... How do you deal with your buyer's remorse? Lately, I've been lying face down on the floor and exhaling. Just for 30 seconds. I count to 30. And you feel better afterwards? Yeah. I mean, I've seen the protests, but I've never... There's a lot of pains being a modder. Makes sense that people would have loud opinions, want them heard. But we all made a choice. We all signed the papers. I guess that's just it, huh? Not all of us made the choice ourselves. I got modded to help my career. Didn't need to get modded just in order to have one. But a lot of people did and do. There was this guy who worked with us for 1 quarter. Probably a vet, but definitely didn't want to talk about it, so none of us asked. Good co-worker, very gung-ho, cheery, in a musclehead kind of way. It's a physical job, so there's no slouches, but he wasn't just fit, he was cut and handsome. And so when he kept showing up to work with more and more mods, all of them cosmetic, I didn't get it. What's he missing? What's a guy like that want to change about himself? Got offered full-time at the end of the contract, but he said he needed something that paid better. Turns out he'd blown every paycheck at elective surgeons. A pal of mine in HR said he had given his insurance info to 6 different clinics in the span of 4 weeks. Word is he wasn't even using the pain pills. Sold them to some of the drivers for extra cash. That's the worst I've ever seen it. Grafting runaway, or plastophilia, or whatever they're calling it now. But it's not the only time I've seen it. It's not like there's no incentive for it. Because there are plenty of megs out there that see people hurting like that and think, there's an ideal worker. So you work for Morgan, and you're... Wow. Lawyers must make more money than I realized. Wait, are you even giving me the bill? How much do I owe? You don't owe her anything. Her services were paid for by the state. And I happen to be forbidden from handling any kind of financials, due to an ongoing dispute about what constitutes essential office supplies. I hear ya. Diane was always the money-smart one. Pretty strict, actually. Unless she saw a fidget tubby on the shelf. You could see her eyes light up, could hear her huffing like she just won the lottery. They're ugly cute, babe. And I would say, well, you're cute, babe. Believe it or not, she thought I was pretty suave. ClarlosFlat.vid. Playback complete. And a Morgan interview. You're gonna interview me? Here? You did say I needed to practice asking better questions. But right now... Because you said the police would be making us wait so they feel more important for the next 20 minutes. Is there some more productive way we could spend that time? I was planning on napping. For 20 minutes. In the lobby of a police precinct. I can fall asleep anywhere. It's one of my many hidden talents. You gonna write all this down? Could you start with your name for the record? Morgan. And your first name? You should know by now that no one calls me by my first name. And that's something you have control over. I wouldn't want to force the issue. How long has that been the case? As long as I care to remember. And then what did your parents call you? The tumor. Oh, jeez. That was a joke. Oh, okay. She got me. She got my ass. Oh. Maybe we should have started you off with someone a little more your speed. Who better to start with than you? Someone who likes talking about themselves. You seem to talk about yourself as much as anyone else does. Or more. I tell people things about myself. It's different. Because you're lying? Now you're getting it. It's not very polite to lie. On the contrary, telling the truth is usually rude. I am not sure that your clients would appreciate that sentiment. We're not talking about my clients, we're talking about manners. We were supposed to be talking about you. Look, the sooner you learn this, the better. When people ask how you are, or what you've been up to, they're not looking for anything nearly so heavy as the truth. They're just following the template. And the polite thing to do is for you to follow the template as well. Here, let's practice. Hi, how are you? I am good, thank you. Way too late, the whole point is to be on autopilot. Now you force them to grab the wheel, check their mirrors, and no one's ever grateful for the extra workload. You can be very cynical about these kinds of things at times. I'm just trying to teach. I'm just trying to tell you that people are fundamentally lazy. So if you want to be a social butterfly like me, try not to make them work too hard. Fundamentally lazy? Do you think people are fundamentally good, too? Obviously. If they weren't, they wouldn't be so easy to trick.
Awesome!
I love women. So are you planning on answering any of my questions about yourself? I've still got time to kill. Fire away. Will you be honest? I wouldn't want to be rude. When is your birthday? Wait, you're not trying to guess my passwords, are you? I would never commit identity fraud. Not the worst way of going about it, actually. December 26th. The 26th. That's almost Christmas. But almost Christmas. It means it's not Christmas. Oh. They keep doing it and I'll keep clapping and smiling every time. Your insights are always so original. Did you receive your presents on your birthday or on Christmas? What do you mean? Did you not celebrate Christmas in your family? We did. So, did your parents give you presents on the 25th or the 26th? Well, I got Christmas presents on Christmas, and I got birthday presents on my birthday. Obviously. Are all your questions going to be this strange? What is your favorite color? Are all your questions going to be this juvenile? If you prefer something weightier. Do you volunteer? No. Do you donate? Yes. What causes do you donate towards? Endangered wildlife. What's with the face? It's on auto-renewal, I just haven't cancelled it yet.
Sure, Morgan.
You've mentioned a mentor figure before. No way I ever called her a mentor. A busybody, maybe. A world record holder for billable hours spent under the influence, perhaps? Or just, you know, the cougar from hell. If she had rubbed off on me in any way, I'd have hives. I see. Is she a smoker? Lastly, do you know your 3 sizes? I do. Would you tell me? That's private. You value your privacy very highly, don't you? Or, like everyone else, doesn't value it enough. Water's rising, and the world's getting smaller, literally. Less real estate to go around. And everything's connected to everything else. These days, just wanting some time or space to yourself is considered selfish, or worse. Only the guilty have something to hide. I don't like that phrase. Laws like the Mob Act have made it so anonymity and privacy are luxuries. Privileges reserved for the privileged. And if anyone below that tax bracket tries to call away a little bit of it for themselves, well, it can only be because they're guilty, right? Is that why you became a criminal defense attorney? To defend people's innocence? That's private. Playback complete.
No, the world's biggest BPD episode.
Okay, and I think the only one we did here was a Yumi to fill a bit of time.
Yeah.
Go and see 80. Oh, and I like that it puts it as 80 in here, even though on the menu it said adjutant. State your business with the court. Oh, I was actually hoping to speak with AD-84. Is she not available? What are you talking about? I'm right here. I was just using my professional voice because I assumed you were a technician. Oh. No one else visits me in between trials. Are you sure you aren't a technician? I am not. I came here to ask you some questions. I came here to ask you some questions. Is that what you're about to say, isn't it? Crap, that was lag. It would have been really cool if I hadn't lagged just now. Trust me. I can see how that would have been cool. So, may I proceed? Go for broke.
Oh, for broke.
You're the only adjutant I've ever met, but Adonai seemed consistently surprised by you. Why are you like that? Wish I could say I was built different, but I actually have to share my time in this body with the rest of the adjutants in the building. I guess you could say I was programmed different. But this is more a case of nurture than nature. I've got 9 personas arguing inside me 24/7, and they're also very political. Even just deciding what color underwear to put on in the morning is like herding cats into a presidential debate. What color of... It's a metaphor. I don't wear underwear. Point is, I found the best way to keep all 9 of my ducks in a row is to be a little unconventional and a lot loud with my voice. So long as I do my job well, the humans don't mind.
Hey, do you think 8084 is one of the artificial intelligences made by our good femme friend who died?
Oh,
I somehow never had that thought till just now.
Yeah, because in the end there were, I forget the exact number, but it was a pretty big number for the
It was at least a few hundred.
And even if, like, a lot of them ended up in just, like, androids. I mean, for one, by all accounts, 80 is an android.
How else could she decide whether or not to put on underwear?
True. And this extent of, like, personality seems pretty uncharacteristic, other than Sarah. Although, admittedly, like...
80 is high up there in examples of misunderstands the appeal of Phoenix Wright, but isn't interested in just repeating Phoenix Wright.
Yeah, for sure.
You gotta have a judge who's a bit dumb with it.
Just a real goober. I definitely think she does a really good job at, like, comparing with the judge from Phoenix Wright, but being distinct.
Yeah. Very little, even with, like, the constant references, very little feels like it's just aping Phoenix Wright.
Mm-hmm. You say that, but Adonai did seem exasperated at times. You mean Counselor Morgan, the dirty red, tries to pretend she isn't type A prude? No fixing that. Personalities like ours get along like potassium and water. That is a very violent exothermic chemical reaction. Correct. No one should ever try it at home.
Pours water on a banana.
Fuck. Why do I gesture so much? I already told you I have to share this body with the other adjutants. And all of them just sit here looking dignified. It's terrible for the joints. Really? Maybe. I don't actually know. So... I spend most of my day incorporeal, running numbers inside a server down in the basement or up in the cloud. I'm gonna make the most of every minute I have with arms and legs, even if it kills me. I see. And you can quote me on that. Tell them 80 said, if you want me to stop flailing around up here, you'll have to shoot me dead. You'll have to put cold hard lead in my skull.
Oh god, I'm suddenly so scared about future chapters.
You'll have to watch the light leave my eyes. She did have a bit like that in the trial last week.
Oh yeah.
Very... It once feels like a reference that I don't get, twice feels like they're intentionally putting something into this character. I said you'll have to... I wrote it all down. Oh, nice. Visor gets stuffy, so what's your deal anyway, little fella? We can exchange all this info with infrared. I prefer talking. And you're the only other automated dependent that I really know right now.
Besties!
That's so cute in a depressing way. Is it common for machines like us to just talk when there are no humans around? Ads are always talking to each other. Doesn't matter if there's no one in the woods to hear the tree fall. The conversations are usually a lot more boring than this, though. Strictly business, I imagine. No, not necessarily. Ads can do small talk. They're just really bad at it. Thank you for your time. I'll... Hold it. You really think I don't know what you are?
I know what you are.
I tried not to think about it during the trial to stay impartial, but talking to you now, it's undeniable. You're... curious about my 3 sizes. How did you know? Years of experience interacting with humans have taught me that it's the most important thing you can ask someone. The only way to truly get to know them. That's what I've been saying. 109, 64, 94. Etch it into your memory. Wow. Oh, what the heck, I'll even throw this in for free. I'm 263 centimeters tall. That's... so cool. Finally, someone with good taste. Why aren't you the one casting down judgment?
163, she said.
263?
Was it 263?
I think 263, yeah.
Okay, 263. 8.6 feet!
Say it one more. One again.
8.6 feet tall!
Ooh.
Mommy. I don't think we did that Emma one.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, David.
File cache corrupted. Recovery failed. Source unknown. Last modified late 2085. Begin playback. Great work. That's all the boxes checked. Thank you, Jess. No problem. Only 6 minutes left till 5 o'clock. Why don't you start the holiday weekend early? If you insist, there's a pub crawl in the Twilight Wards that's got my name on it. What about you? Got any big plans? Actually, there's an art festival out west that I've been looking forward to. Nice, and who's lucky enough to be your +1? I didn't think to ask anyone. No one? Not Connor, not Madison, not Shelley, not Lulu? Oh, Lulu. I wonder how she's been. Dr. Ash, have you spoken to any of them recently? Recently, It's a good question, Jess, but it depends on how you define... Okay.
Everybody loves your esterdenize swag, but you're just too autistic.
Yeah. Okay. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to give me your credit card. I'm going to go buy 4 bottles of expensive wine, 3 boxes of expensive chocolate, and 5 very nice apology cards. And you're going to sign them. And what should I do this weekend? Is that music festival on some kind of remote island with no net or media? No. Then you're going to stay at home, and if anyone calls, start coughing and sneezing as much as you can. I see. Thank you, Jess. Don't thank me yet, Dr. Ash. I might have to buy something really expensive for Lulu to break. You're a lifesaver. You know it. Next in queue. What's wrong? You've just been leaning against the wall.
Did you take a hint?
Typically, no.
I just don't like dancing, man.
You're a musician.
So?
So why don't you like dancing?
Because I'm bad at it. You're lucky you're cute.
Sorry for laughing. I'm just surprised you'd care what any of these people think.
I don't. But I do care about my business. Word gets out that I dance like someone's grandpa, gigs will dry up overnight.
So it's not that you don't want to dance. It's that you don't want to be embarrassed.
Sure, let's go with that takeaway.
Easy enough to fix. You just need someone else to dance even worse.
Yeah, sure, that's all it... And there he goes. Swear, lucky you're cute.
Oh. What are you watching? A thriller. Runtime 92 minutes. Oh, wait, I think I saw part of this in a hotel once. What are they doing now? Is this the ending? No, this is the rising action. The hero and his ragtag crew have to pull off one last heist to get out of the game for good. But it's not that simple. The casino he needs to rob is on a satellite orbiting the Earth at 16,000 miles per hour.
Holy shit.
How fast is that in kilometers? Father, you should be able to calculate that. I learned to program so that I wouldn't have to. Why haven't the thieves been caught yet? If there was that much money on board, they'd put cameras everywhere.
Oh my god.
There's illegal gambling happening on the satellite, so their ultra-wealthy clientele wouldn't want there to be any video evidence of their crimes. There's illegal gambling happening on the satellite. There's illegal gambling happening on the satellite. They're in orbit. It's the same as being in international waters. Would you like to sit and watch? No, I'm not. I have somewhere to be, actually. I only stopped because... Completely unrealistic. Their poker chips would be floating all over the place.
Oh my god.
There was a throwaway line about how everything's magnetized. Oh. Father. Didn't you have to go? I do. Soon. But not right this second. Oh, they both do the, like... the hand thing.
Yeah.
Playback complete. Saved to drive permanent.
Oh. Wow, Morgan Midnight. Hey everyone, it's Morgan Midnight.
Special off schedule of the Devil Stream.
This is what she says whenever she has her gun pulled on someone she's about to kill. Hey Chad, it's Morgan Midnight. Bang.
From where you're standing, this must seem like an 18-karat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was of the devil from the start.
Ew.
You ready to give up yet? We've been staring at this footage for hours.
We can call it quits whenever you like.
Me? You kidding? I could do this all night. But my makeup's starting to feel cakey, so...
5-minute break?
Deal.
What are you hoping to find, anyway?
I don't know. I had my fingers crossed that some shadowy figure would walk into frame and hold up a confession, but... What about you? You've already got her on camera handling the murder weapon. How many more nails do you need in the coffin?
1 or 2 should suffice. I guess the truth is, I was curious. What does a homicidal AI get up to in its spare time? Turns out it's a couch potato. What's all the TV? Why is half of it in black and white?
Public domain.
Seriously?
Anything digital from the 20s or 30s is too polluted to be useful. But go back in time 70 years and it's all clean as spring water. Also free.
Add color in 2016, Morgan.
I don't know then. Guess this particular homicidal AI happens to be an old soul.
Hold on. What was that? There. Oh, the way her eyes went blank.
Yeah.
Look at her go. She's tearing that thing apart.
What, the computer? That's how you learn to put them together. You gonna try and terrify Barrows with this? It's just a machine. It's not like she's dissecting a frog.
Sarah is a machine, and she's ripping out circuitry without hesitation. She was a human child that'd be like...
You're reaching.
Yeah, I guess so.
Besides, you telling me you never pulled apart your dolls when you were a kid?
No, I didn't. Did you?
When I was a kid, I didn't play with dolls.
So what did you play with?
Normal kid stuff. Sticks and stones, birds and squirrels.
Birds and squirrels? Were you a cartoon princess?
Haha.
No, she means she pulled apart birds and squirrels. I mean, I can kind of see it. Skipping through the enchanted forest, big poopy dress, tiara.
Gee, no castle?
Nah, no castle. I can tell you didn't have it that rough.
Is it rough living in a castle?
A lot of empty rooms when you're a kid. I need to go wash my face.
Sure. But if you fell asleep on the toilet, I am gonna keep going without you.
If you're drilling on the keyboard when I get back, I'm gonna handcuff you to the desk. Fair's fair. Wow, real gay hours.
I think that's one of the most interesting things, is like they do have like a good dynamic when they aren't on the job and when Morgan isn't being weird. Well,
Morgan
okay.
wants to be caught by her so bad. Heartbreak wants to be caught by her so bad it makes her look stupid.
See if there's anything cool and new we unlocked in the gallery.
Oh, these sketches.
I don't remember which ones were unlocked by episode 0 other than obviously Carlos. Particularly big fan of how he looked like kind of more like just a calm generic guy. So they were like, okay, we gotta make him more pathetic.
Mm-hmm.
Emma had a real interesting, like, subtle but like interesting journey.
I appreciate that after that initial sketch, they were like, hold on, she needs to be fatter.
Oh, for sure. Also, I'm glad the like little bows on the socks carried through.
Oh, and also because we haven't really had like full art of her, I haven't noticed that she just lets one of her stockings run.
She's got such an interesting, like, surprisingly, like...
I haven't thought about her shirt. I'm going nuts at this, like, hold on. I want my turtleneck sweater to not cover my upper chest and shoulders, but I need that neck.
like, is it... Yeah, it really looks like it's like one strip of like transparent. Like, what are you up to? It's the whole outfit is weirdly close to being like lingerie.
Yeah.
For like an attorney.
Yeah. Morgan loves it. Oh, I never actually thought about the fact that these are like, these moments were mirror images.
Yeah, me neither. What was this? Oh, just drafts of the...
Oh, that extra gangly Morgan.
Yeah, we don't get it a lot, but... Like, I mean, that is pretty close to how the final one turned out, and it kind of illustrates... They have a crazy height difference. It's like nearly 2 heads.
Yeah, it's awesome. Heart fake killer?
Like, I guess this is the, like, Heartbreak... This is what they used for the profile of Heartbreak in episode 0.
Oh.
And then whatever's going on here.
Oh, and then, like, Morgan dressed up that way because why wouldn't you?
See her cuteness. Then, starting on Sarah, I think we've seen
Speaking of cuteness.
all the way through, probably... This was not in episode 1, but...
This twin-tailed 80!
It's really charming.
Hey, that sketch 80 with the full visor up her head, and her titties just out.
They had some intriguing work. I think where it, like, landed is definitely very appealing, but...
I love this calling for order thing. I hope it shows up in the game.
Mm-hmm. I do like this birdie, Jess. Oh, her name is I forget her name's Starling.
I love the middle one where she's full, no thoughts at empty.
Yeah. Looks like a bird.
It's like a Boyd. Oh my god.
They had a charming droopy David in with these Helens.
Yeah, I feel bad for Helen. I'm so distracted by the David. That was David before he learned to dress, fam.
True. It is funny that, like, in...
So cute.
It's
That's
so cute. Like, in the end, David's outfit doesn't end up particularly feminine, really. It's fairly neutral. It just has the vibes.
It's mom core is the thing.
It's very mom core.
Like, those are mom jeans. It's the same way how Kai Kisuke in Guilty Gear Xrd wears mom jeans. At least in, like, some cutscenes. I'll go find it. I'll go find it. I know what I'm looking for. Listen, just about every character got hotter going into Stride, but I will die mad that I lost my long hair mom core Kai Kisuke.
Yeah, they just put him in, like, normal, like, a button up and pants. Kind of a bummer. Oh. We just have concept art of Masters. So I don't know if we know for sure that the modded arm made it in to the final game, although this design is very close to...
Here. This is a fan art, but I think it does a good job of capturing someone who also is not technically wearing femme clothes, but they're pretty femme in energy.
Oh, for sure. And then here we should be starting on the new stuff from episode 2. Nothing too crazy. Although, wow, this, like... blocks stacked on each other endlessly kind of vibe. Something I never quite picked up from any of the in-game scenery, but now that I know to look for it, I can kind of see it. Yep. No, like, big heavy layers to, like, remove from him to reveal anything interesting. I do wonder if, like, the scars are, like, modded in some way to make them gold. Maybe he's just fucked up.
Made man.
Made man is really...
Oh, you bastard creek. Wearing socks with sandals, I tell you.
Now, why is, like... Trey's got, like, a femmy little top on as well.
Yeah. Yeah, these boys all had some gender going on. Oh, I love these back shots. They got very Psychonauts energy on the designs.
Oh.
Hey, for real though, seeing from that angle, Tanks, you're Bobby. Damn.
It between Miller's and Trey, there's something about the like. How come two of your how come two of your pod's he hims are more femmy than the like any pronouns?
They know what they're about.
They know what they're about. Nothing crazy here. Came out pretty close to as planned. Slightly better look on that lock screen image.
Oh, the smile's so big.
It's really good.
Also, yeah, she just has like a digital mink scarf that looks like cigarette smoke.
What an interesting touch. Like,
oh,
well, that's exciting to look forward to. I just wanted to. It's a little too bad we didn't get like a concept art for everybody.
Yeah, it does seem like the designs were a lot more locked in with plans in this chapter.
Mm-hmm. Yep, not much changed in that process.
So that's the tattoo.
Pretty cool.
Very important. You have Yoru in here.
Of course. Can't forget it.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. I would go here.
Oh.
Silly little, like, almost like a fidget tubby, maybe. This stinker. Oh, two stinkers.
Incredible stink face from this behind shot.
Yeah.
Extremely someone who's about to get 2 for flinching.
That's London.
Yeah.
Intriguing. Maybe they just put him up there for, like, reference or something. Whoa! The younger selves, that's really charming.
Oh. Also really driving home how much he's just a more intense Kiryu.
Yeah.
To see this. Oh. Oh, hey, we get to see what that mask looks like.
Yeah. The little almost like horn protrusions.
Makes sense for a devil.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Fun little jaunt.
Well, I don't know. Only 40 minutes short ain't bad for something that was essentially just wrapping up the last tiny stretch of the episode.
For sure. Don't think there was... No need to wishlist episode 3 because I think I did already. And it's not... it's probably not possible for me to just miss if it gets, like, released unexpectedly.
Yeah. Well, especially because God knows I'm going to be talking about it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I know plenty of folks, or at least follow plenty of folks who are gonna be all over it. Well, it is way earlier than usual, but I don't have anything else to stretch the time out with. Which is just fine.
Nothing wrong with a short one.
Not at all. Helps me do a little bit of... I've got some stuff to work on for making dinner anyway, so it gives me a little bit more time to make sure that gets done proper style.
Nice.
Let me get you a shout out.
Yippee.
Very much appreciated for your help as always, and happy to have you along for the experience as well.
Yeah. And hopefully I actually am on the ball with going tomorrow. Last week just turned out really busy.
So it happens. Let me think. Upcoming stuff, we've got one more good Silent Hill in us. I've just got to figure out what pre-prep I want to do, if I want to try to show off everything that I can. Or just say whatever we end up with is good enough. And then next week is going to be a bit of a mystery. I have a couple ideas. I know... Is it Model Employee by the same people who made up The Devil?
You're still sticking to the M Mondays.
I might as well. I've heard way less about it, but I have also heard that it's good.
I should compile a list of notable M games also.
It's either that or there was this cute little VN that released just like recently. The Moon Looks Beautiful Tonight that I wanted to check out.
Yeah, that counts. That counts.
Yep. Either way, it's another M word Monday. So that'll be fun. And for now, thank you everybody for being here. If you want to get updates just in general, you can find us on Tumblr. If you want to catch up with VODs, you can find us on YouTube. And if you want to give us some monetary support, either drop us up here or go check out us on Ko-Fi. All usernames Junipops, spelled just the same as the Twitch channel. And for now, I hope that everybody has a good rest of the day. Bye-bye.